Hello everybody. Boy, do I have a topic for you today, and I ask that you have patience with me because I don't have a structure. I'm going intuitively, and I'm also super passionate about it, and yeah, so I don't want to put a structure, but I will do something for you. After I do this video, I'll watch it again and I'll put time steps underneath. So you're gonna have at least some sort of guidance here. So the topic is relationship Vitale versus relationship Fatale. It is a development from the concept of femme fatale versus femme vitale. My sources of inspiration are three. One of them, my celebrity crush for over 20 years, Johnny Depp. He's not the only one, but he's a super long celebrity crush of mine. The second one is the curriculum of a integrative nutrition institute where they train health coaches, and they speak of two sources of nourishment. And the third one is a book that I read. It's Sacred Seduction by Kitty Cavalier. And that's in that book, she speaks of a lot of things, but she also speaks of the concept of femme fatale versus femme vitale. So here's how I blended all of these. And I'm gonna go to the essence now, and then I'll expand on it. What kind of a lover are you, and what kind of relationship do you foster? Is it a fatale lover / relationship, or a vitale lover / relationship? Here's what I understand through this. The vitale lover and relationship, somebody's drawing our attention to this. So a vitale lover and relationship is the one that gives you life. It recharges you, it inspires you, it nourishes you, and it helps you grow, expand, not just in your sexual expression. We are more complex than that, but your sexual and erotic part of it is definitely important. And it gives you life, it gives you energy, it sort of gives you youth. It is the proverbial fountain of youth from my perspective. And a fatale lover / fatale relationship is the one that consumes you, drains you of energy, it requires so many resources from you just for it to exist, so the relationship. And essentially there are many aspects that are not healthy there. And so it not only affects your intimate life, it also affects the quality of the rest of your life. We are connected, so it's definitely going to do that. A relationship can do that. So here's an example, and it's a very painful one for me to watch right now because he is a celebrity crush of mine, Johnny Depp, as I said in the beginning. And it struck me big time recently when I almost watched, because I can't do it for now, I almost watched an older movie of his. It's Chocolat. In that movie, he was the same age as I am right now. And he looked completely different. Physically, aging does happen, but he's changed a lot, and the concept of relationship fatale in his case was also involved. I'm not going to pass judgments on him and anybody important in his life because I respect him, I appreciate him. That's what a celebrity crush translates like for me. But I did notice that what happened to him from 2017, I think, up to now, he's been going through a very, very life-consuming relationship, and it affected his work, and it also contributed to his very drastic aging, I think. So there were other things involved there. It wasn't just that. Time takes a toll on everybody. I don't want to know what I'll look like in 20 years from now. Maybe I'll compare myself to this video, who knows. But I do know that his he changed a lot, and it's because of stress, suffering probably, and a lot of internal turmoil, and it takes a toll on us. And I do believe that he experienced a very fatal relationship. I have very strong faith in him. I think he'll recover. I know he'll be doing a lot of other amazing things as he does. He's a very powerful man, creative also. His sexual imprint, because I do believe sexuality is also creativity, is very much shown in everything that he does. And the more I study sexuality and the erotic, the more I analyze my crushes, Johnny Depp being a very old one, I go much deeper into understanding it. And that's a celebrity crush, and that I truly respect. Like, it reveals a lot of things about me as well. So I do hope that he'll find a Vitale relationship, one that will nourish him, that will, bring him on higher grounds. But definitely it's up to him as well. Why do I say that? I mentioned another important inspiration for this video being a Integrative Nutrition Institute. It's from the United States, where they train health coaches, and they have two main forms of nourishment: primary nourishment and secondary nourishment. Secondary nourishment is food and all the things that we ingest, and what happens to our bodies. The primary nourishment, from this school's perspective, is in fact the well-being part, our psycho-emotional health, the quality of our internal experience, the quality of our relationships, what happens, like our lifestyle overall. Those are our primary nourishment. And sexuality is in the topics taught in this school as well. Health coaches also have a module where they look at sexuality. It's just 1 out of 32, I think, but it's there, okay? Because sexuality is definitely important. It's not everything, but it matters. It has a big role in the quality of our well-being and the quality of our lives. Our lives are about relationships, and intimate relationships are a very potent source of life for us. If we and our lovers grow them, cultivate them, nourish them in the proper way. And it does mean that we ourselves have the capacity to do that and to recognize that and to discern when we are contributing in the vital way in a relationship or in the fatal way. So where we give energy in a relationship or where we take energy. It's something that we mature into, because I believe there's not enough education around this, and the trainings and everything that we receive, they can help as guides, they can help to light a spark in our consciousness, but it ultimately falls into us to really step in and step up our game, our love expression, our erotic expression, our psycho-emotional well-being. All of these matter. So and ultimately, here's my definition. It's an expansion of what I read in Kitty Cavalier's book, Sacred Seduction. So here's my definition of what a vital lover would be from my perspective. First of all, they know themselves, and this takes maturity. It takes time. We are not born knowing ourselves in such complexity. We evolve, we grow. Stuff that happens in our life can alter our path, and some of us are lucky to get people or support for us to get back on a healthy track. Some of us don't. So that does matter also. But a vital lover will know themselves, and they will understand not just their erotic personality, they will feel into it intuitively, because the more I study this, the more I realize it takes time to do inner contemplation and sitting with yourself and feeling into yourself and taking inspiration from, God knows what. In my case, I took inspiration from where? Johnny Depp, my celebrity crush. And the nutritional, how the heck does somebody take inspiration from integrative nutritional coaching? Well, health coaching. Well, I did. Imagine that. So there are multiple sources of inspiration for us. So I think the self-knowing process is a very personal one and very intuitive one. I think a Vitale lover will take the time, because it really takes time, like time, years, to feel into the other person, to know them, to intuitively sense what they're going through, even if they're not saying anything, where their energy level is, what they need, what we as lovers can give to them, or they as lovers can give to us. So erotic energy isn't expressed just through physical sex. I mean, there's more to it than that. We can use it a lot in our creative endeavors. And I'm going to bring the example of Johnny Depp. He's a very unusual, creative, and powerful man. And I think I wouldn't know, but I do believe his sexuality is there also. I have no idea how. Trust me, I've never even met the person live. But it transpires. The more coaches, erotic coaches, sacred lovers, sacred sexuality facilitators and so on, because different sources of training, different names for it. But the more we train, the more we grow, the more we start to recognize the power of somebody's eroticism as it's being shown and transpired into the stuff that they leave out there. And artists, any type of artists, that's what they have. They have very, very powerful erotic energy, which they also use not just in their physical expression, but they use it in the work that they do, how they approach life, and how they approach their body of work. Enough about praising Johnny Depp, because there are many other creative and amazing men out there. There were many other people that I appreciated, but this one is like a good public reference for everybody to get at least an idea of what I'm talking about when it comes to erotic energy and the creativity of it. And everybody has their shadows, okay? Johnny Depp has his shadows as well. I too, you too, everybody does. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying Vitale lover. And another thing, relationships, I think a Vitale lover, you only recognize this person in the long run. It's the more we mature, the more we need a stable foundation. The more we grow into our age, the more we're supposed to reap the results of our lives, reap the results of our youth in all areas of life, not just in our intimate one, professional one, social one, family life, man, of all things, and inner spiritual life also. We're maturing and we're reaping rewards. The quality of our relationships is extremely important, and I think a Vitale lover is one that proves or shows themselves in time. You need years. I'm talking years, not just months. It's not somebody that you know in 6 months or 9 months. It's somebody that you've spent a lot of time with, and you've seen yourself going through all kinds of life situations and life stages, and this person was there and was a resource for you, and you for them, because it's always a give and take. It's not just give, it's not just take. It's give and take, or give and receive, basically, because taking is sort of aggressive here, but give and receive. So there's a balance in what we do, and the best compass for us is our internal work, our inner work. So yeah, that's my perspective on Vitale versus Fatale relationships and Vitale versus Fatale lovers, or actually I focus more on Vitale everything. The Fatale relationships and lovers, essentially they destroy, they consume your life, they consume time, they affect, they impact other areas of your lives. And yeah, I guess everybody's had that in their lives also. That's my take on it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you with other videos. And do check the timestamps. And yeah, I would really love to know what you think about these concepts. Please let me know. Ciao.